Have you ever wondered why two people can face the exact same problem, yet one gives up while the other keeps moving forward? The difference is often not their situation. It is their mindset. Your life can change when you change the way you think. Most people wake up every morning and immediately give their attention to their phones, messages, social media, news, and other people's problems. Before the day even begins, their mind is already exhausted. But imagine starting your morning differently. Before you check your phone, before you worry about money, work, relationships, or tomorrow, give yourself just 5 quiet minutes. Those 5 minutes can become the foundation of a stronger mind. First, take a deep breath and slow down. You don't need to solve your entire life this morning. You only need to calm your mind. Take a breath in and slowly breathe out. Tell yourself, today is a new opportunity. Yesterday may have been difficult, but yesterday is finished. You cannot change what happened, but you can choose what you do next. Then think about 3 things you are grateful for. It could be your family, your health, your home, a friend, a job, or simply the fact that you woke up today. Gratitude changes your attention. Instead of constantly asking, "What am I missing?" you begin asking, "What do I already have?" And that small change can completely transform the way you see your life. Now ask yourself one powerful question. What kind of person do I want to be today? Don't ask what you want to get. Ask who you want to become. Maybe you want to be patient. Maybe you want to be disciplined. Maybe you want to be confident. Maybe you want to stay calm when someone tries to make you angry. Choose one quality and carry it with you throughout the day. Because your thoughts influence your actions become habits, and your habits slowly shape your future. Then spend 1 minute imagining yourself handling today's challenges with strength. Imagine facing a difficult conversation without losing control. Imagine receiving criticism without allowing it to destroy your confidence. Imagine completing the task you've been avoiding. Your mind needs direction. When you repeatedly picture yourself responding with strength, you begin training yourself to act differently. Finally, choose one important action for today. Not 10, not 20, just one. One task that can move your life forward. Maybe it's finishing an important project, studying for an hour, applying for a job, exercising, calling someone you love, or finally starting something you've been postponing. Remember this, you don't have to change your entire life in one day. You only have to make one better decision today than you made yesterday. A better life is built through small decisions repeated every day. And sometimes the biggest change begins with something as simple as 5 quiet minutes in the morning. Your circumstances may not change overnight. Your problems may still be there. But when your mind becomes stronger, you begin facing those problems differently. And when you change the way you face your problems, you begin changing the direction of your life. But there is one habit that can quietly destroy all the positive thinking you are trying to build. And most people do it every single morning without even realizing it. The moment they wake up, they reach for their phone. They open social media and start looking at other people's lives. Someone is traveling. Someone bought a new car. Someone got a promotion. Someone looks happier, richer, or more successful. And without realizing it, you start comparing your real life with someone else's highlight reel. Suddenly, the peaceful morning you could have had becomes a competition you never agreed to enter. You start thinking, why am I not there yet? Why is my life so difficult? Why does everyone seem to be doing better than me? This is where negative thinking begins. Comparison steals your attention from your own journey. Remember, you are not late. You are simply on a different path. A tree does not look at another tree and feel like a failure because it grew at a different speed. Your life works the same way. Some people succeed early. Some people succeed later. Some people find their purpose at 20. Others find it at 40, 50, or even 60. Your timeline does not need to look like anyone else's. So tomorrow morning, before you touch your phone, give yourself 5 minutes. Sit quietly. Breathe. Think about what matters to you. Then tell yourself, I will not compare my beginning to someone else's middle. Another powerful habit is to watch your language. Pay attention to the words you use when you talk about yourself. If you constantly say, I'm not good enough, your mind begins to accept that message. If you say, I always fail, your brain starts looking for evidence that proves it. But what happens when you change the words? Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I haven't learned how to do this yet. Instead of saying, I'm a failure, say, I made a mistake, and I can learn from it. Instead of saying, my life is over, say, this is a difficult chapter, not the entire story. These are not empty words. They are reminders that your current situation is not your permanent identity. You are allowed to struggle without calling yourself a failure. You are allowed to make mistakes without believing you are broken. You are allowed to start again. And sometimes, starting again is the most powerful thing you can do. Think about a person who falls while learning to ride a bicycle. They don't look at the bicycle and say, "I was never meant to ride." They get back up and try again. Life requires the same attitude. You will fall. You will lose money. You will face rejection. Some people will disappoint you. Some plans will fail. But none of those moments have the power to decide your entire future unless you allow them to. Your mind is like a garden. If you constantly feed it fear, comparison, anger, and hopelessness, those thoughts will grow. But if you feed it gratitude, discipline, courage, and hope, something different begins to grow. You cannot control every situation around you, but you can control what you repeatedly tell yourself about that situation. And that is where your real power begins. There comes a moment in everyone's life when positive thinking is truly tested. It is easy to stay positive when everything is going well. But what happens when you lose your job, when a relationship ends, when your plans fail, or when you face a problem you never expected? That is when your mindset matters the most. Positive thinking does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. It means looking at a difficult situation and refusing to believe that the difficulty is the end of your story. You can admit that something hurts and still believe that you will heal. You can admit that you failed and still believe that you can improve. You can feel afraid and still choose to move forward. That is real strength. Imagine two people losing the same job. One says, "My life is finished. I have nothing left." The other says, "This is painful, but maybe this is the moment I need to find a better direction." The situation is the same. The difference is the meaning they give to it. Your mind constantly asks, "What does this mean?" If you tell it, "This means I'm a failure," you will lose hope. But if you tell it, "This means I need to learn, adapt, and try again," you create a path forward. So when something goes wrong, pause before reacting. Ask yourself 3 questions. What can I learn from this? What can I control right now? And what is the next small step I can take? You may not be able to control what happened yesterday. You may not be able to control another person's behavior. You may not be able to control the economy, the weather, or unexpected events. But you can control your response. You can control whether you get back up. You can control whether you keep learning. You can control whether you spend another day complaining or use that day to rebuild. And here's something many people forget. Your mind listens to repetition. If you repeat a negative thought every day, it becomes familiar. And what feels familiar can start feeling true. That's why you must consciously replace destructive thoughts with constructive ones. When your mind says, "I can't," answer, "I'll take one step." When it says, "It's too late," answer, "I can still begin." When it says, "Everyone is ahead of me," answer, "My journey is my own." You don't need to believe these words perfectly on the first day. Just keep repeating them while taking real action. Over time, your behavior begins to catch up with your belief. Your confidence grows. Your fear becomes smaller, and the person you once thought you could never become starts appearing through your daily choices. Never underestimate the power of one positive thought followed by one positive action. A thought alone cannot build your future, but a powerful thought can inspire a powerful action, and repeated action can change your life. So protect your mind. Be careful about what you watch, what you listen to, who you spend time with, and most importantly, what you repeatedly tell yourself when nobody else is around. Because the voice you hear the most in your life is your own. Make sure that voice does not become your enemy. Make it your greatest source of courage. And maybe this is the moment to understand the biggest lesson of all. A positive life does not come from having a perfect life. It comes from learning how to find strength in an imperfect one. You will still have difficult mornings. You will still face rejection. You will still make mistakes. Some days you will feel tired, confused, or completely lost. But you don't have to let one bad day convince you that you have a bad life. You don't have to let one failure convince you that you are a failure. And you don't have to let one person's opinion decide your worth. Every morning, you get another opportunity to choose your thoughts. Choose gratitude instead of constant complaining. Choose courage instead of fear. Choose progress instead of perfection. Choose hope when everything around you tells you to give up. Remember, your thoughts are not your destiny, but the thoughts you repeatedly choose can influence the actions that create your destiny. So start small. Wake up tomorrow and give yourself 5 quiet minutes. Take a deep breath. Be grateful for what you have. Decide who you want to be. Imagine yourself handling the day with strength. Then take one meaningful action. Do it again the next day. And the next. Slowly, your mindset will change. Your habits will change. Your decisions will change. And eventually, your life will begin to change. Never forget this. You may not be able to control every chapter of your life, but you can choose how you write the next page. So if you're going through a difficult time right now, don't give up on yourself. Your story is not over. Your best chapter may still be ahead of you. If this message gave you even a little hope, take a moment to like this video. And if you want more powerful speech, practical life lessons, and ideas that can help you become a stronger version of yourself, subscribe to and become part of this journey. Remember, change your thoughts, change your actions, and eventually, you can change your life.